Oh, we don't have the intro?
Hold on, it's going now. We're having trouble streaming your destination. Is it possible to your...
Sorry, folks. We're having some technical difficulties here.
Which destination is it? Facebook?
It's saying it's having trouble with the Periscope destination. Yeah.
That's Twitter, but...
Well,
we'll figure that out later, but
let's get our own intro here. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Behind the Ropes Media. I'm your host, Vince Laspada, tonight. Alongside is the crew. To my right is the man, big 49ers fan tonight. They're playing. I'm sorry. Yeah, big Packers fan.
Oh my God, he's putting the helmet on.
Playing the 49ers tonight, the big pack. J Bar. What's going on, Jay?
J Bar. Oh my God.
Chilling, bro.
You just made him a jobber. Nice.
Glad to be missing the game because was so excited about NXT. I wanted to talk about it. So that's why I'm here, and I have the game in the background. So let's go, Pack, and let's talk about wrestling. And below us
is the man they call the
technician, David Sanderson, representing Unpopular Review over here. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing tonight?
Man, you know, I'm kind of wrestled out this week, man. I tell you, I don't usually watch Raw at all. I kind of I go on YouTube and watch the little clippets. So I've been actually, since I've been still homesick, I've been watching everything. So, but real quick, let's get into, before we get into this week's show, I want to talk about last week's show. You went to Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, man, Halloween Havoc. To be back at the well, not really to be back. I've never been in the Performance Center before, so it was really cool to breathe that Performance Center air. Be literally right behind Johnny Gargano pinning Damian Priest. Even though I didn't make it on TV, I was literally the group of people that was behind Johnny Gargano. Even though you didn't see us, that's where we were. Cool. It was a very good show. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. It was an okay show. Could have been better, but I don't think it was bad. Some changes I would have made Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez a steel cage match. There's basically two NXT big, strong, and tall women. Put them in a steel cage. That would make for an amazing match. It was still a good match regardless, but that's what I think. I think Cameron Grimes versus Dexter Lumis was kind of lackluster in my opinion. Wasn't really into it. And yeah, it's just weird. You have a show like Halloween Havoc, and you don't now have your NXT champion. When's Finn Balor coming back? What's the situation on him? We don't even know. So.
But how was your overall experience, though? Just being inside.
It was so much fun. Oh my God, I was so glad.
Yeah, it's pretty exclusive just to get in, man. It really is. Even the front. Yeah.
It took the life out of me just to try to get in there. I mean, you know that because you were in there last night, and we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, it was just overall, it was like a Halloween feel. It was honestly, it was so great to be back in NXT. I missed it so much. So hopefully I get it next week.
You know what I'll miss? For the fourth week in a row. Guess who was there for the fourth week in a row? Fourth week in a row.
We already know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, what happens, Vince, is once you get on the email list, they email you again every Friday morning or whatever, and they ask you.
I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You know what? I'm just going to say this one thing and I'm going to shut up. It just shows you how much fucking cock fucking people suck to get on that goddamn list every single fucking week. Every single. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not a cocksucker, okay? So anybody out there watching our show, I don't sit there and kiss anybody's ass to get on no TV show. Okay, I'll watch that shit from my house. I don't have to sit there and sit there and rub people the right way to get on TV. I'd rather do it the right way, paying my good hard money, not begging for my tickets. Anyways, we'll move on from that subject because I know that you guys don't like when I talk about that. But hey, it's true.
Yeah.
You both know it's true. You both know it's true.
Hey, I feel you, bro. I felt that from you. All right. Yeah. Well, let's talk about wrestling.
It makes me sick when I see him on the freaking TV. I want to throw up in a bucket. Yeah, let's talk. Huh?
Hey, hopefully we all get it next week. I mean, both me. Are you not going?
Fuck no, I'm not. Dude, once I caught this, dude, I am not fucking going there. No offense with all you guys. Fucking gonna get sick again. Ain't no way. Hey, no way.
All right. Oh yeah, I meant me, Jay, and Nico because I said Nico. I also sent you the link, but you didn't. I
got it.
You open it. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into some wrestling, shall we?
Well, let's get into let's talk a little NXT this week, man. Opening up the show was Amber Moon versus Dakota Kai. I tell you what, man. Honestly, I'm gonna be very honest and blunt with this about this one. This match was so long. I turned the channel and I watch AEW because they've changed the way Amber Moon wrestles and the way she looked.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. So I changed the channel. I couldn't stand it.
And guess what? Amber Moon, Boss Queen. Wow, her big comeback push. All gone.
What do you think about Jay? What do you think about Amber Moon's big comeback?
I honestly, I loved Ember Moon prior when she was in NXT with the whole Asuka feud, and she was always coming up short. I always thought Ember Moon was a good talent. I didn't know why they moved her up to the main roster. I saw nothing there for her, and apparently there was nothing there for her. You know how Vince is, man. He likes to repeat storylines and drag shit out forever and ever and ever.
I think Vince is
yeah, I don't know. But, you know, it's good to see Ember Moon somewhere. I would say that, it's good to see her somewhere in WWE. I think she is deserving of that. And I had a feeling that Dakota Kai was going to kick her ass to the moon. I saw it coming, her coming out with Raquel. Raquel's a dominant force. She's in her corner. Who can beat Raquel and Dakota Kai together? That's what it's appearing to be right now. So I thought the match was a good start for NXT. I'm expecting a little bit more from Dakota Kai. Hopefully she gets a little title shot soon, man. Honestly, I don't see her winning the belt, but she'll be in the title run soon. But it was a good match. It was a decent match.
I could definitely
see her winning the belt.
Yeah, because she has Raquel Gonzalez on her side. She has so many so much stuff she can use to cheat to win this title. And I have I can say this with full confidence. She's gonna win that title.
Well, I gotta say one thing to you guys because the next match I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna put the question out there before I actually talk about the match. Do you think that Dexter Lumis as Cameron?
I'll be right back. You guys keep going.
What the? Okay, well, take yourself off the stream first. Okay, whatever. You know what? That's fine. All right. So,
do you think?
What was the question?
Do you think Cameron got? Do you think Dexter Lumis has Cameron Grimes all messed up by not being able to concentrate? Now we're seeing Cameron Grimes took on Kushida this week, and we've seen this match a couple times at NXT. All of us there. But do you think? With Dexter Lumis always trying to mess with Cameron Grimes, do you think that Cameron Grimes is so distracted?
Oh, absolutely. So one of the things that happened this week was that what was it? The referee, one of the referees from that match, Daryl, actually was featured in the match, and he came out because the referee that was in that the current match that they were having got knocked down and knocked out of the ring. So Daryl came out, and Cameron Grimes takes one look at Daryl, and he's like, ah! So he starts panicking and he starts freaking out, and then he's trying to wrestle Loomis at the same time, and then I don't know, it was like a minute later that there comes a spot where Cameron Grimes is being put into a submission hold, and Cameron Grimes looks at Daryl again because Daryl's asking him like, "Is that it? Are you gonna give up? Is that it? The shit that referees do." And then he looks at him, and then he starts panicking. He's like, "Ah!" And then he starts tapping out because he wants to get out of the ring. So
this was one of those matches where I was just hoping the next match was going to be better. Like it would just get better and better, and it would escalate. That's what this match was to me, from the start to the finish of NXT, and that's exactly what happened. Watching this match, I was impressed with Kushida. And it's always good to see Cameron Grimes, even from TNA days. Cameron Grimes, but the whole scary, spooked out thing, man, it's fucking corny to me, man. Him being scared by the referee coming out to the ring, whatever the case may be. Just let it be a fair match, and see Dexter in the future. You don't got to keep spooking him out with the referee. It's Halloween's over, man. We're not spooking people out anymore. It's Thanksgiving time. We're hugging people and so I just thought the match was okay. Honestly, I wasn't a big fan of the match. I like what they're doing with Kushida. I've always thought the man is a world champ. He's been around the world. He's a round the world fighter. I've talked to a lot of people where they tell me Kushida is why is he in NXT? Why is Kushida in NXT? I think the current roster needs him. They would
ruin him, dude.
I disagree.
They need this guy. They need guys that are high flyers that can roll around and put on a good match.
No, they don't. You know why? What's happened to all of them? What happened to Lucha House Party? What happened to Humberto Carrillo? What happened to Ricochet? What happened to Apollo Crews? What happened to the only person that's somewhat successful right now in that group of high flyers is Cedric Alexander because he's in the Hurt Business.
Well, all those guys moved up.
Besides that, Vince doesn't like high flyers. He doesn't like short guys. Kushida's a short, high-flying guy. Also, I don't know where you're getting this world championship picture from. I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it making it past NXT. Maybe NXT North American champion, but not NXT champion. No.
I'm going to tell you this. I just hope that they pick and choose wisely on people who they're going to bring up to the main roster, because right now, with some of the picks that they've tried to bring up, haven't really worked. I mean, I even watched a segment with AJ Styles, and Keith Lee, and Sheamus and Braun Strowman. It was a good segment, but like realistically, what are we doing? Like, we're a Survivor Series match, but okay, after Survivor Series, what are we doing? Are we going to have Keith Lee versus Braun Strowman? Like, come on. There's nothing there.
That's why NXT and AEW are better to me, because it's fresh.
Oh, yeah.
It's fresh. They keep fresh matches up. You don't see repeat recycled matches every fucking week. Like, how many times are we going to see Hurt Business come out to the ring and fight Retribution? Like, no one cares about it, man. No one cares about it. They need to go back to what they started with, when wrestling was good, man. And the recycled matches, it's bullshit now. And that's why NXT and AEW are my favorite shows. Everything is fresh. What is going on?
There's the man of the hour.
Here's Dylan's Kaplan. You might want to change your name, buddy.
It's Dylan S. Kaplan.
Okay, well,
real quick though, I want to get your take on Drake Maverick and Killian Dane's relationship. Are you guys really liking this? You guys think it's really working?
I'm okay with it.
Oh my god, are we really wasting our time talking about Drake Maverick? Oh my god!
Hey, don't disrespect the man. He's not all that bad, right?
I'm just talking about. I think this was on the show, man. That's all I'm talking about.
This tag team, I think it can be somewhat entertaining. It's not the best, but it's not the worst, honestly. I think they can make something out of this, because Killian always hates that stupid music. So do I. It makes no sense. They should really have some better music, because it sounds like, you know, if you guys ever own like Apple laptops, like I owned one in the past, and when you're making something on iMovie and you have like that generic music that has that like upbeat like guitar strings and like the whistles, that's what it sounds like.
I'm not a fan of the couple. I'm not. I'm sorry. Drake Maverick, his whole sad story he had when he got released from WWE and he was on Instagram bawling his eyes out that, thank you WWE Universe for everything you've done for me. And then he went on that cruiserweight run. That was historic, man. That was historic, Drake Maverick. To put him on match cards now, I don't think he belongs in the ring like that. I'm sorry. I don't think Drake Maverick is selling tickets. And it just looks like they're thirsty to find a good tag team. I mean, let's be honest. What good tag teams are in NXT right now?
Undisputed Era, and that's it.
No, Undisputed Era, Imperium, only working Vinnie Burch.
No,
Hello? What do you mean no? What do you mean no?
Imperium didn't do shit with the tag team titles.
Doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that
it does matter. It does matter.
That doesn't mean they're not.
Them. Without Walter, they are nothing.
That doesn't mean that they're a bad tag team. That doesn't mean that they're a bad tag team.
They are a bad tag team.
They're without Walter right now, but they're probably going to reunite soon. That's
you
why
you got Undisputed Era. You got Undisputed Era. And by the way, they were more NXT UK than NXT. So
that's what I'm saying.
You got Undisputed Era. You got Breeze and Fandango, and that is it. You have the two Indian dudes, wherever the hell they went.
Indishir? The ones that lost their push because they posted that picture of Keith Lee winning the title? Yeah. Okay. You got Cody Lorcan and Danny Burch. They're a great tag team. They're NXT Tag Team Champions.
They did nothing for years. You know what they should do?
But they're doing something now.
The main roster is bring back the Forgotten Sons.
Okay.
All right, well, let's not get off track here. Let's go on to one of the better matches of the night. The return of Toni Storm taking on our girl, Shotzi Blackheart. What'd you think about this one, Jay?
You know me, man. I'm a big Shotzi Blackheart fan. I said it then and I'll say it now. Shotzi is us next superstar, man. And listen, I love Toni Storm. It's good to see her back. She's awesome, man. But something about Shotzi, the howling and the little car she comes out with and the helmet, man. Something about that just brings some excitement to NXT, man. I can't help but say it. She has a great character, man. All my Shotzi Blackheart fans, keep it up, man, because she's gonna be a world champ soon, and sooner than later, man. And they actually finally made like a real feud with her now with Candice, with running over the truck. It's actually an official feud. So we'll see where Shotzi Blackheart goes. But I thought the match was pretty good. I think this is where NXT started to pick up. I think right before this match, I'm looking around the arena because I was actually there. Luckily, I was in the building, so I'm like looking around, looking at the wrestlers, seeing who's there. The camera guys, checking it out. Vic Joseph, just sit, looking around. And then once this match started, my eyes were glued, man. And I'm sitting there banging on the thing. Shotzi Blackheart starting to chant. It was exciting, man. It was a good match overall. And I'm just a big Shotzi Blackheart fan. I don't know if you guys are, but I love Shotzi Blackheart.
I think
Dylan.
I think every week
Dylan's looking
better.
Yeah, she's just getting better and better, man. She really is. Every match, every single match. Dylan's looking at me like I'm nuts.
Yeah, because
Shotzi Blackheart.
Because Dylan doesn't like the good ones. He just likes Matt Riddle. All right, let's get that out.
No, I think Shotzi Blackheart needs green hair and howling to get over because she's not a good wrestler. That's one. Two, Toni Storm is a far superior talent, and that's who they should be building their women's division around as a centerpiece, not Shotzi Blackheart. Right now, we have no feud for Toni Storm. We have Io's your champion. Rio's not really in a feud anymore. You have Toni Storm, and what was that other person's name? You got there's like four and Ember Moon. That's what it was. They're doing nothing. They have no set feuds for all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're
So
gonna
the
call
Romeos-
one woman to the main roster right now, it's
And
gotta
I
be
think-
Rhea Ripley.
No, she's still young.
No, but I personally think that the women's roster on the main roster lacks depth. Same thing with the tag division; they both lack depth. All the entire sorry, let me correct myself. The entire roster lacks depth. After 3 months, SmackDown runs out of storylines, and then you get the same bullshit for the next 9 months. But going back on the subject of Shotzi Blackheart here, I'm a fan. I like Shotzi Blackheart, but she has some work to do. You know, but she's starting to gain momentum. And
What's up, Mad Dog?
personally,
Dog.
I don't know. I mean, Dylan does bring a good point when he says when he said that stuff about Toni Storm, and I agree that they should be building the women's division around Toni Storm, so you can call up Rhea, and then have that women's division centered around Toni. Have Toni feud with Io for the championship.
Mad Dog.
Also,
son.
I'd like to see Rhea get the title one more time before she goes up.
It wouldn't make sense.
Because Io's got to be going up before Rhea.
But what's the point?
Mad Dog.
Give
son,
Rhea, they ruined Rhea by having her lose to Charlotte. If they had Rhea beat Charlotte at Mania, you would have had your next big star right there. I know you could have called her up right away.
They didn't ruin her.
She's done basically nothing in NXT since, so I don't really think you could call her up.
Because
you got to get that steam again before she gets called up. Because I do believe one day Rhea Ripley could main event a WrestleMania.
Yeah, but what is there for Rhea to do in NXT? Nothing.
Win the
She's
title
gone
back and hold it for a couple months, more than what she did. She
and
held the
do
title.
what with it?
She won the title for like 3 months. That was it.
She's
All right.
young, man. She's young. She's young.
Vinnie, what do you think,
From the
bro?
women's division, back over to the men's division, we have another match that I thought was a really good match. And every time I see this guy, I feel like slowly but surely they're dropping the ball with him. Tommaso Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream. I tell you what, man, I don't think they give Tommaso Ciampa. They give him such a short run with the title. Yeah, he's such a he's so far-fetched of an athlete that I feel like they overlook him. What did you guys think about this match?
You know, it's funny because I've been when I used to live down in South Florida, and Dylan probably knows this too because he probably went to the same NXT Miami live events that I did. Both the times that I went there, Tommaso and Ciampa were the main eventers of the night. I think Tommaso was champion for both of those. I think is Tommaso a 2-time champion or a 1-time champion? I forget.
I think he's 1-1. I think he's
one at once, but there was one time where he wasn't the champion and one time where he was the champion. Both of those matches were incredible. I like this main event personally. I think NXT was very good. I think it probably could have outdone Halloween Havoc if I'm being honest.
Okay.
But yeah,
I thought it was incredible, man. Ciampa's the man, bro. When you think of NXT, there's two names that stick out to me that represent NXT as a brand: Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I thought the match was incredible, man. The main event was amazing. It was nothing short of great. And what made it even more better is when we go off the air. When we went off the air or whatever, Tommaso comes back out to the ring with a microphone, gets the microphone, and he starts yelling to the fans, man, thank you guys. Thank you, because you guys, you guys think that you're not in our bubble, but really we miss being in your bubble. And so he starts, doing like a fan appreciation, gets on the table, tears off the top of the monitors. He starts going ham and starts ripping stuff up. And, he just excites the crowd. And Tommaso Ciampa, to me, man, that guy lives and breathes NXT, man. And it's just wonderful to see him every time. It was, and honestly, I was cheering for Velveteen Dream, man. After all the allegations and stuff, I was just like, man, Velveteen is still a great in-ring wrestler. You can't take this guy off the screen because he is a good talent. There's no way you can take this guy off the screen. And so it was just an awesome match, man. You could just feel the energy in there when Ciampa grabbed the microphone and was just thanking everyone in the crowd. But you know, how do you feel about Velveteen Dream, Vince? Should he be on TV?
I honestly think that Velveteen's such old news, knowing that he was off TV for a while. And it's like, it shows you every week that it's like, I feel like they're trying so hard to keep him in the loop, but there's really nothing for him. I mean, I just feel like the storylines that he had prior to this whole story with him outside the wrestling world, I feel like it's messed it up a little bit for him, because I feel like there's a lot of people that still look at him like he shouldn't be there.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Well, from NXT to AEW, let's get into a little.
Well, hold on, Vince. I want to talk about. We totally forgot. There's one guy on NXT that brings that energy right back into NXT, and you guys know who I'm talking about?
Oh, tell us.
Pete fucking Dunne, man.
Yes, sir.
Pete Dunne.
Yes, sir.
Pete Dunne is back. Pete Dunne is back.
I was in the pod with Dylan, and Pete Dunne's music hit, and I fucking yelled. I was jumping for joy. I love Pete Dunne. I don't know why, but I'm just so over it with this guy. Pete Dunne has so much talent, so much potential. This guy, if there's anybody that's going to be a future world champion, it's Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne has the attitude. Fucking.
Why did they put him in a group? First of all. Second of all, he should have came back and feuded with Tim Thatcher, because Tim Thatcher cost him and Riddle the tag titles. That should have been his feud first. Then you have him join whatever group he's in now, and you have him turn heel and be this monster heel. He came back looking like $1 million. He's jacked as can be. I don't get why we're wasting Pete Dunne in a group, especially with Oni and Danny.
Yeah, but here's the thing:
and also NXT doesn't have who's the face in NXT? Ciampa.
There's no face of NXT right now, but I wouldn't say.
I'm saying faces. There's no faces. Everyone's a heel. I mean, Adam Cole can be considered a face. Dylan. He's feuding with.
Here's the thing: Pete Dunne's not being wasted. I feel like that's not really the term that should be used. He's not being wasted. I mean, in my opinion, this is a good group of a bunch of great wrestlers, great in-ring talent, great people that are good on the microphone too. I think this is a good group. Should it include Pete Dunne? Maybe not. But Pete Dunne has nothing to lose from this, because if you put him in a feud with Timothy Thatcher, they're pushing Thatcher hard right now. They have like the Thatcher's Thatch can right now. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say hard, but like they're giving him a mini push. What's going on Facebook?
Sign up for StreamYard, man. Sign up for StreamYard, Facebook user. Appreciate you.
But yeah, I honestly think that putting Pete Dunne in a feud with Timothy Thatcher would be a mistake. That would cause him to come back as a face, and then maybe he gets called up to the main roster and feuds with Matt Riddle, because Matt Riddle has really nothing going on right now. But we'll get to that.
How would he feud with Matt Riddle? It'd be better if they put them together at first, and then they break up with Pete.
That's what I meant.
Which was the original plan to happen in NXT. They were supposed to lose the title.
That's the future.
They were supposed to lose the titles at the Takeover Mania to James Drake and Zach Gibson, and then Dunne was supposed to turn on Riddle.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That was the original
Vince,
plan.
Vince, do you agree with me that this stable is fire, man? With Pete Dunne back is fire.
Before Vince goes, are we supposed to forget that Oni and Danny have been in NXT for like 4 or 5 years and haven't done shit?
And this is their best run.
The whole time, and we're just supposed to forget that. We're just supposed to forget that. Now they're bigger stars than the Undisputed Era. Am I supposed to forget that?
Pat McAfee's heel work He's a great heel. That the heel work that he's doing
I'm not
is
doubting that. I
amazing
don't
on the
think Tony
microphone.
and Danny should deserve anything. Make
Look,
them earn it.
turning 1-2 heel was the best thing NXT did for those guys. Turning those guys bad was the best thing. Those guys been faces for how long? How many times have you seen Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan outside NXT just walking around and you just nod your head and they're just dumb. Now they're playing heel and it's a whole new side of them you've never seen. It's fresh, Dylan. And to say that this stable isn't any good, I don't know if you said that or not. This stable is great, man. Honestly, let's be honest. What else were they gonna do with these 4 guys? Nothing. Bring them together and feud with Undisputed.
They're gonna do war
it
games.
just makes sense. It makes sense. Vince, how do you feel about this stable? What's your mindset on them?
Well, I'm telling you, Pat McAfee, he really showed the WWE upper management on NXT that he can really wrestle. So I think they're giving this big push to everybody that's weren't doing anything, and they're trying to create a better stable. And I like it. I do. I think with Pete Dunne in the mix, I think it's going to go. I think it's going to go really far. And I just hope that they don't. This is not a way to push off Undisputed onto the main roster because now they're creating another Undisputed. I just hope that they're going to keep Undisputed still there.
I think the plan is for Undisputed Era to get a face run with all the titles in NXT before they get called up, because they would have called them up already.
Undisputed Era should never go face. Never.
Well, they are now.
Not really.
Adam's been a face since he faced Pat McAfee at the last takeover they wrestled at.
I guess.
So now they're all face, and I think the plan is for them all to win the titles again as faces and then get called up.
I mean, how mad would you be if I was that 5th member?
I'll be quiet. Braden, what's going on, man?
Jay, would that blow your top off or what?
If what? I'm sorry.
Would that blow your top off if I was the 5th member of that Pat McAfee group there?
Oh, dude, you have no idea. I'd ask for you to put me on the NXT list, so I get an invite and have to take a COVID test again. Yes, that'd be awesome. But NXT was good, man. Nonetheless, it was a great show. NXT and AEW are my favorite shows. So what else you got for us, Vince?
Well, over on the AEW side, what do we all think about this Eddie Kingston and John Moxley? I tell you what, I hate Eddie Kingston.
I agree.
I think he's like a bum, and I think he's just as a bum as he reminds me like one of those bums you see on ECW. Like he's just there, and it's like he talks so much bullshit. I can't stand the guy.
And you know what makes no sense is like they're so high on this guy, but like every time I'm not big on AEW. I don't watch AEW, but every time I watch some of the highlights and I see him cutting a promo, and when they signed him, they said he was one of the best in the world, and everyone was freaking out. I was like, who is this guy? He doesn't look like a wrestler. Like he doesn't seem like a wrestler. He doesn't. In my opinion, he's not that great. I don't get why people. He's like the Revival. Like, why are people so high on these guys? Like, I don't understand.
I don't get it.
You know what? I gotta disagree with both you guys.
Okay.
I think this is one of the best heels in the world of wrestling today. This guy, I thought the same thing at first. I said, who's this bum guy? He's coming out in t-shirts and jeans, He looks like a dude in the corner store, But when he grabs that microphone, everyone listens, man. Everyone pays attention to what he has to say. He's genuine on the microphone. You can tell it's not scripted. And that's what I like. I don't want to hear him come out to the ring and read off of a script that Vince McMahon gave him that night. That's why I like AEW. They're letting these guys be creative with their own character, and that's what it's about. And I think it's not the match that I'm looking forward to, but I think this match could really turn heads because Eddie Kingston is going to surprise a lot of people. He's going to be more impressive than what a lot of wrestling fans believe him to be right now. I'm telling you that right now. Mark my words. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man.
I'm looking forward to the finals of and maybe somebody put some light onto this. Why are they doing the finals for the NXT Heavyweight Championship? What happened?
What do you mean?
Can somebody explain to me?
AEW?
Yeah, like what happened? Like if Mox still has the belt, why are we doing finals for the belt? Like, can somebody explain that to me?
For the number one, it's not for the belt. It's for the number one contender for the belt.
Right.
So we're doing a tournament to figure this out when we can't just.
Who's going to face Mox next? Yes.
Which to me that's just a dumb idea.
Vince, you got it.
They do number one contender tournament all the time. I don't think it's a dumb idea, and it's gonna be Heyman versus Kenny, which is gonna be a great match.
No, that's a great match. What I'm saying is, why do we have to do a tournament? I mean, come on.
It's classic, Vince. It's classic. How many times did you?
King of the Ring is classic.
Classic. What the
King of the Ring is a classic. That's classic.
Number one contender matches have been around for years. I'm surprised WWE. I'm surprised Vince McMahon doesn't use it anymore. I don't know what Vince does. I would use number one contender matches as much as I could, and that's just me personally.
These tournaments are stupid. There's no reason for them. You get 4 guys, you get 3 guys, you put them in a freaking fatal 4-way, fatal 5-way, whatever the shit is. They beat each other up, and then there's your number one contender. I don't need to go 4 weeks down the road having a tournament for what? That's stupid.
You don't like the way they set it up like a sport, because that's what AEW does. It's more like a sport. They have rankings and brackets and things like that.
I don't pay attention to those stupid rankings. No, I think that's baloney. I mean, next thing you know, they're gonna fucking tell the one guy that he needs an oil change and a tummy tuck. I mean, come on. I mean, what?
You know what I'm pissed about? If there's one thing I would that I'm somewhat interested in AEW, they changed Lance Archer's music, and I'm pissed.
Well, I mean, it's just like,
oh my god, really?
Oh my god, nothing. That's the only thing I care about AEW about in AEW, because there is nothing to care about in AEW. There really isn't.
No, that's not true.
You know what match I'm looking forward to the most is Young Bucks versus FTR.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's a shame that match can't take place in a full arena. They tried to push it back as much as they can, and it's just a shame.
Do you think they're gonna steal the show?
Yeah, well,
I think that's gonna be the main event.
FTR sucks. FTR absolutely sucks. I really don't get what people.
They're the best tag team, one of the best tag teams in WWE.
No,
don't talk shit.
They're boring. The Forgotten Sons are better than them.
Oh,
they're boring.
No,
they are boring. Every time they
good.
come on my TV screen, I hate them.
No, you're wrong.
I hate them so much.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. It's my
This is coming from the same man who thinks Ricochet should be WWE champion.
I never said.
You know what I think. Technician. You know, I think the problem is with why you don't like FTR, because they kind of wrestle like '90s old school wrestling. They have that
real wrestling if you give him a manual on it.
They have that old school.
Here, this is the best wrestling ever. '90s wrestling. He wouldn't know what to do because he started watching wrestling in 2015, and he only knows anything from post 2008.
I knew you were gonna say that because you say the same damn thing every time. And
those two guys have the best chemistry in the world, man. They have the best chemistry.
I'm doing a thing with Chris. We're watching every Rumble. We're almost done, actually. From 1990 to 2020. That includes all the women's Royal Rumbles. I will say this: there were some good ones in the 90s. Not all of them were good. There was only a couple that were good. But it's just like, it has nothing to do. It's just, I don't find them entertaining. I don't find that great wrestlers. I don't.
Oh God, there was so much.
And that's my opinion. That's my opinion. And then Dylan's trying to come out here and make me look bad and say, like, I think Ricochet should be WWE champion, because quite frankly, I don't. Right now, no, it wouldn't make sense.
And it took you 1990 to 2020 just say all that. Now, Vince, do you think the Young Bucks are going to win the belts, considering the stipulation if they lose, they can never challenge for the AEW Tag Team Championships ever again?
They're doing the same shit with Oh my God!
I sure hope not.
I don't think stipulation.
Yes.
That is
Young Bucks are gonna win.
No, they're gonna lose. They're gonna do the same shit they did with Cody.
You know what they're gonna do? You're right. They're gonna lose. Like everybody loses. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna find some stupid stipulation to put them back into the tag team mix.
Yeah, I hate it when that makes no sense. It makes them look stupid. It makes them look like that they're out of ideas.
Oh, hey, did you hear that came out yesterday that Cody won the lawsuit? Now he can have his name Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I saw that. Cool.
Vince gave it up.
That's good for him.
Vince gave it up.
Yeah, I never know why Vince. I never know why Vince makes some of his decisions, and that's one of them. One of you take these guys who they put everything on the line for you, and you have to jeopardize certain things when it comes to their career just because you can. And I think that's what one of these situations is. Like he had his name just because he can instead of releasing it to him. So I'm glad for Cody Rhodes, man. He deserves to have his name and his father's legacy, man. That Vince. As brilliant as you are, you don't have to be greedy, and I agree with you, man. But how about the women's match? How about the women's match with Sheeta and Ella Rose with Vicky Guerrero in the corner? Who you guys got that match? Is it time for a title change? What do you think, Dylan? Who's coming out with the belt? Sheeta?
No,
Dylan's going. You don't even look excited, bro, and you're going to the event. Come on, bro. You should be excited to talk about this.
The women's division is terrible. Why would I be excited about that?
It's not all terrible.
It's fucking horrendous.
Nah.
It might be a little. It might be a little bit bad. I will say this. I thought it was really bad before.
A little bit bad.
They made some
makes Nia Jax look like $1 million.
Okay, yeah, I know. Okay.
And I'm all for Nia putting Lana through that table. But
yes, because that's the only thing Nia has going for her, and Nyla has nothing going for her. But technically, she has stuff going for her, but she shouldn't. Nyla sucks. I hate Nyla. So
my problem is that, and I don't want to say this out loud, but you guys know what Nyla Rose is, and that is my problem with the situation is that she is. She's a dominant male woman, and that's just not fair. Like her versus Sheeta is obviously just not fair. I think they should, something's got to give with that, man. She shouldn't have the belt. She shouldn't have the belt. She should just be there for matches, AEW Dark. But, she's a dominant force regardless. But there are some other women that are pretty good in AEW. I don't know what you're talking about. Statlander's pretty good. Big Swole,
Red Velvet, who's
Brandy Rhodes.
Have you heard of Red Velvet yet?
Penelope Ford. Come on, man. They got some talent there.
Well,
Penelope Ford's hot.
She is. Dylan knows about this wrestler that I'm mentioning, Red Velvet. I think she's a great talent. She's been on AEW Dark for the past few weeks. She was actually on AEW Dark yesterday, and then went on AEW last night, and they got crushed by Nyla Rose. So,
yeah, she should change her name because I don't like the name Red Velvet. It reminds me of Velveteen Dream, kind of. And
what? Okay,
Red Velvet sounds like Velveteen Dream.
I'd like to see you come up with a better name, Dylan.
Vince, are you going? Are you?
Vince, doesn't okay, Vince. Let me ask you this: does Red Velvet sound like Velveteen Dream, kind of, or like
because she has velvet in her name? That is
Exactly.
I can see the resemblance.
There you go.
They should have looked before they've. I mean, that's pretty obvious that they couldn't figure anything else out, so they're going to steal a name.
Guys, how do you guys feel about the Thunderdome? So when you go into the Thunderdome, they basically tell you to cheer and when to boo, and I did not know that. So I'm in there, and they're telling you to cheer and boo, and I'm like, this is kind of whatever.
That's the Capitol Wrestling Arena. That's not the Thunderdome. You can't sign up to be a virtual fan for NXT. They just recycle data.
I know that because I saw Katrina there the other night. Remember, Dylan?
for Monday Night Raw. For Monday Night Raw.
I think virtual fans are the dumbest shit. The dumbest invention ever to come up with.
So you want them to
cannot make noise. They cannot make noise.
Yeah, no crap. You're just gonna have a bunch of crappy quality mics being piped into the stadium, and you know why they're not doing it? Because they can't trust people.
Virtual fans are stupid.
Okay, but let me finish on this one. Look what happened in the first 3 weeks of the Thunderdome before they had strict rules and regulations. People were getting killed. There was so much shit going on. Imagine if people could talk in the Thunderdome. Oh my god, it would be horrible because there would be too many trolls trying to go in there and ruin it for everyone. What are you gonna do without the fans? Just have nothing, wrestle in front of nobody, in front of the Titantron? No. I disagree with you on that one.
So he likes it. Technician likes it. Dylan doesn't like it. Vincent, you like the Thunderdome? You think it's working?
Honestly, man, if it was me, I would have kept all your asses home and just ran it the way it is.
What, the way it is at NXT? And
no, I would have every single show. I would have kept everybody home, and I wouldn't even done the virtual fans. I would have just kept it blank.
What?
Or
Performance Center wrestlers?
I wouldn't have anybody wrestle.
The fuck? Okay, that makes sense.
I'll tell you why. Because I think it's a waste of time. I mean, like when I watch Raw or SmackDown, like it's not creative. I mean, it's like it's old. I get old watching the same fucking bullshit. Same arena, same way the stage is set up. I mean, there's no. It's like in a time when we have nothing. When you're giving NXT, you give them all these different shows like Halloween Havoc and In Your House, and you're giving new sets. Why not make things creative for us at home than just watching the same bullshit? I mean, you have the other end of the sword. There's so many things you can do with it, but they choose to just, all right, guys, let's bring in a red cage and call it Hell in a Cell. All right, guys, let's change that background on there. We'll call it Survivor Series. What I mean? It just shows you how much not creative WWE is anymore. Like,
they're lazy.
They don't give about their fucking fans, and that's
I agree with Vince. Yeah, that pissed me off too. I completely agree with Vince on this one. I get it that budget cuts are one thing, but you just what pissed me off was that WWE, before they cut all those wrestlers, came off the most profitable quarter in their company's history. Then you cut all the wrestlers, and then you do all this shit, and you can't even like. I think once fans come back, I think they should really bring back custom pay-per-view setups, and just like
I agree.
Just bring even 2017 WWE was so much better than this. And Dylan, what are you doing?
Fucking pissing you off. My job.
All right, guys. Well, let's get out of here because I know it's halftime on the game. I'm gonna catch the second half. Let's wrap it up. So,
well, you know what? I got one final question. One final question. And I think it's well deserving. The Phenom, the Dead Man, the Grim Reaper, the Undertaker, is coming back for Survivor Series. And we've heard this multiple times where Undertaker's been coming back the past few years. It's reported currently, the rumor is he isn't supposed to wrestle. My opinion is if he does wrestle, this will be his last match. Do you think he's gonna go out like he came in, Vince? What's your take on the Undertaker coming back on Survivor Series?
Undertaker's not his last match is going to be in front of fans. He's not going to have it without fans, and that's facts.
Yeah.
Even if he does have it and it's without fans, I wouldn't be looking forward to it because it's like, how many times are you going to tell me you're going to fucking retire? I mean, I'm sorry.
So do you think his match versus AJ was like the perfect send off?
Oh, dude, that was way perfect. Yeah,
it was a movie.
Dude, that or the Roman Reigns match, right there, to bring him back the way they did was a slap in the face to all of us, and that just shows you how quick McMahon can lie to you.
Do you think Vince is putting his emotion in behind? He doesn't want to let Undertaker go.
Yeah,
do you think that is?
But you know, it's kind of like when you get older, you have to hang up the boots, and that's just Vince trying to be selfish and not let go because he has nothing else. He has nothing else to put in his place.
He has nothing else to put in. Yeah, so you're trying to say that there's no other character that resembles.
Nope. Not even Kane. If Kane was as good as the Undertaker, you would see him be brought back. But he's very. They don't. They used to bring him back all the time. It's rare that you'll see Kane. Rare.
So what do you think the Undertaker's doing? He's just coming out to for a segment to promote his series on the WWE Network. Is that what he's doing? Survivor Series?
Retirement speech.
Yeah.
I don't see what I don't see what else they're doing with him. I really don't. I don't even. I can't even give you a opponent.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing the Phenom at Survivor Series while Vince is coughing up the COVID over there. And I'm glad that he's at least coming back to TV. You know, it should be good. It should be good. Well, fellas, let's wrap this up here. From Behind the Ropes Media, we have Vince, we have Dylan Cap, and the technician, and I am Jay Boy. Yeah. So we'll see you guys later. And next Thursday? And one more thing, we have Leo Rush coming on. We will be doing a live podcast with Leo Rush within the next week. He has returned to wrestling, so his schedule is a little messed up right now. But once we line something up, we'll let you guys know. And from here to y'all have a blessed night and go Packers, right? See you guys all later.
Go Patriots. See you.